Today is July 31st. The Yankees won a series against the Rays and had a pretty wild deadline day. We're going to talk all about it here on Talkin' Yanks.
Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, steam and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talkin' Yanks. Talkin' Yanks with old John Boy and Jake. Talkin' Yanks with old John Boy and Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talkin' Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. BBD producing away. And this episode is brought to you by SeatGeek, where you can go buy tickets and you can use code YANKS2025 for 10% off your next set of tickets at SeatGeek. It's 10% off any tickets with the promo code YANKS2025. I'd suggest you go find some Yankees home games and go to some games because I'm a little juiced up about the deadline. They've reinvigorated me. I may go find some tickets, and when I do, I'll use code YANKS2025 at SeatGeek and get 10% off. The app tells you exactly the best deal you're going to get value-wise, and they have other stuff, other baseball games, other sports, other non-sports events, tons of stuff. Thank you to SeatGeek. They're sponsoring this episode. And before I throw it to Jake, it's not going to be your traditional episode because, yes, they had a 4-game set, but the trade deadline looms way larger, but I'm sure we'll be blending in a lot of stuff from the series and the deadline. Jake, how you doing?
James Davis, everyone tuning in. We'll blend some stuff at the end, but we got a lot to get through, man. Brian Cashman went to work this deadline. We have a handful of new relievers. We have a new utility shortstop, leads the AL in stolen bases, absolute pest on the team. We need to digest all of this. And that was before he traded for a new third baseman and 2 platoon versus lefty players. So, I'm still processing all of it. We were live doing the Talkin' Baseball stream there's so much good and exciting stuff, especially what Bednar and Camilo Doval, who's been a favorite of mine, could potentially be on the back end. I haven't gone through like, oh shoot, like we didn't get a starting pitcher. What does that fully mean? So Luis Seal, see you soon. But biggest deadline in Talkin' Yanks history.
Yeah, it's got to be. And I got everything I asked for. So that's crazy. Because usually I'm like, they need to do this. And I'm like, I think it's obvious. And then they don't do any of it.
Right.
So now I feel like me and Cashman are pals.
Right.
2 back-end relievers and a backup shortstop. That's what I asked for. They already got the third baseman.
Right.
That was huge.
That was huge.
They got 2 back-end relievers in Bednar and Doval.
And I'll get hot for a second. Ryan McMahon outplayed any Yankee third baseman in this one series than we've seen all year on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he's good. He's been well.
The good Major League third baseman.
The Rays are not the test, but he's been good. They got another pitcher, Jake Bird, who's got years of control, just an arm. Like, he might not be a postseason pitcher, and that's still a success if he can eat some innings down the stretch here and maybe be one later on. And also, he could be a postseason pitcher this year. Right. I have no idea what their plans are with him. I think, and we'll get into it later, his curveball, they're probably going to try and spin that outside of Coors more.
When Wandy Peralta came over, we were like, I'm not sure what this is. The Yankees were sure in that, in a way, that Jake Bird could fit in that lane. He could not, and if he's not even this year, it could be a future year.
And to play devil's advocate a little bit, just as recently as the beginning of July when people first started doing trade deadline stuff,
good first half.
One of the big names. He had a very good until July 3rd or whatever, and then July's just been terrible for him. So
he's been on the Rockies. Look at Ryan McMahon.
They filled a lot of needs. They didn't get a starter, but they fixed so much else around it. Now, I still have reservations and some stuff, and we can dig into that more as we go. But I'm just excited that they went out and they addressed a lot of stuff, and they did a lot of stuff because the energy after that is so much bigger and better than sitting on your hands, not helping, not doing anything. And they went out and they got the backup shortstop, which I was hammering, and people were looking at me like, I don't think they're going to do that. And obviously he can play any position. He's kind of replacing Oswaldo Cabrera more than anyone else on the team because he's a glove everywhere. He's also a pest. But man, if Volpe's yips continue, like more pressure on everyone to be like, hey, well, you traded for this guy. What's your plan here? He's a glove. And they got him for years. Everyone they got besides Slater and Rosario have years. They're here for next year and some even the year after that, which is really cool.
Yeah, Caballero's through the 2029 season. Doval is a year and a half. Same with Bednar, right? So, yeah, and that's, Weaver and Williams are free agents after the year. So there was work done for the future Yankees.
Doval's 2 years.
2.5. Ryan McMahon was a 2.5. That, like, cash went to work this deadline. You have to admit that. I guess if you don't like some of the work, we'll find out. And what does that mean? But yeah, they addressed. This was another summer slump and funk, and things felt off. And they did something different instead of stay the course and it's gonna figure itself out. And things had to change. And yeah, the Caballero one, there's levels to that are very interesting and exciting, and some that are scary. And I guess that's I don't know. I want to be very excited, and I am very excited. And especially like the Yankees just had a bad stretch. Every team in baseball has a good stretch and a bad stretch. Just the good teams have a lot more good stretches, and the bad teams have a lot more bad stretches. Toronto just went nuts. One of the best streaks of the season. They can't continue at that rate. They had an interesting deadline. Let's see what goes on there. There's still 2 months of baseball left. That there's going to be guys that have a great 2 months that had a bad first 4. There's going to be guys that were great for 4 months and have months coming up. The Yankees gave themselves a lot of options, and I think the most exciting, and I think probably the best conversation is to start in the bullpen.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, we can map out the bullpen. So we've got now 4 guys who have been a team's closer during the season. In Doval, Camilo Doval. Am I saying it all correct?
I believe so. I mean, we can ask Joe's. It says Camilo Doval. Yeah.
If you didn't watch the postseason when the Yankees were eliminated, was it 23 or was it 22? I think that's when he first got called up. That was 21 when he was just. Well, he put himself on the map that year. He's got like a tight little slider, like almost an Edwin Diaz slider that people just swing over like crazy. He's closer for the Giants. They have him for 2.5 years. They got Bednar, who and Boone said in his post-game press conference, they've wanted him for a while. They really like him. He's been a closer for the Pirates. Obviously, Devin Williams closed for the Brewers last year, closed for the Yankees this year, and Luke Weaver closed for the Yankees last year and closed for the Yankees this year. So now they've got 4 guys that have, know what that role is, have been high leverage guys, which slides everyone down.
Right.
And then they've got Jake Bird, who's a righty, who can pitch an inning and help out in games that aren't close, maybe like, the medium leverage. They're going to have Cruz and Leiter coming back soon. Leiter first or Cruz first? I forget.
Leiter first.
Leiter first?
Leiter's supposed to be Texas, which is after Miami, so that's supposed to be within the week.
Yeah. So then, obviously, if Cruz and Leiter come back, you have Hill, Loaizaga, and Bird. So, and even if they want to keep Hedrick on, I don't think they're going to. So who's out right now? It's De Los Santos and Hedrick are going to get sent down?
So De Los Santos definitely gets sent down.
33 bullets today.
3 innings today. I think Hamilton or Bird is not going to be on the Major League roster to start. They're the 2 with options. It's one less decision the Yankees have to make.
And you think they keep the lefty?
What'd we say? 7 options or 8 options out of the bullpen?
7 guys usually. You think they keep the lefty and Hedrick? Because he's got an option as well.
8 bodies in the bullpen.
It's 8? Okay.
Yes.
So
plus 5 is 13.
Williams, Bednar, Doval, Weaver, Tim Hill. No conversations.
You're talking right now? Like tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bednar, Doval, Williams, Weaver.
Hill.
You got Brubaker,
Loizaga. They're not out on Loizaga yet.
They could set him down for
he's
a
not going
shape-up
down.
session.
They would have to, if a Loizaga IL something happened, nobody would flinch, but I don't think the Yankees are going to do that. So I think it's Loizaga for now.
You
Brubaker?
can't send him down without it being funny
Brubaker
business.
doesn't have options. I do like that he can give them length.
Yeah, me too.
So I'd say Brubaker's on the Brubaker bus for now, which leaves me one spot for Bird, Hamilton, or Hedrick.
Yeah.
I think we would all pick Hedrick, right? The way he looked in another lefty.
Or Bird.
Yeah, we haven't
just for
seen Bird
fresh.
yet.
Yeah.
Bird has been bad recently. Like that's the
Really
other part.
bad.
That's the
Yeah.
other part of BBD's speech before July
He had
30
a
was
good-
great. Jake Bird has been awful since then. So he has options, which they wanted options and they wanted a reliever with years. So I guess if we got to talk to, say, the manager of the Yankees, who actually he doesn't do the decisions, it's Cashman. What I would say is I don't think Hamilton, I don't know if it's sent down or IL. There's just been a lot of Ian Hamilton that's been tough to watch for a little bit. I don't think he can stay if it's between Hedrick or Bird. It can't be Hammy.
Yeah. That is interesting. They all have options, so they all just get sent down for a little bit.
Yeah, they can.
You're not
they
going
can
to.
shuffle.
I think you're not going to DFA Brubaker, Loizaga. You're not going to DFA those guys. You would just have to IL them. Like maybe something's wrong with Loizaga, and they're like, "Hey, we're going to give him a break." Blah, blah. But anyway, come postseason, you have so many options now. If Bird is hot, then he can make the postseason roster as a bullpen arm. If Loizaga fixes it, then he can be there. If Cruz, Leiter, you have the four guys. Hopefully they're all healthy and good. You have Hill. You don't have another lefty, so that's where it's a little. You don't want Hill to be the only lefty, but Bednar can get both.
I will say Bednar, Williams, and Weaver both have splitters or changeups that.
Doval gets lefties, I think. I don't know the splits, but I think he does.
I mean, when Duvall's right, he gets everyone in the world.
He's a flamethrower. So is Bednar. He can throw 98. His fastball is fast. He's got a curveball and a splitter. So they got some actual arms on the back end of the pen now. And they could just Bruce them to some and be like, okay, well, on this day, Williams is the closer and Weaver's his setup guy. And then on this day, Bednar's the closer and Doval's his setup guy. And that way, we're just not going to burn anyone out.
Well, and that's what, when you compare it to some of the Yankees teams in past years and some of the stacked bullpens, it's why when Williams was bad, Weaver was hurt, we looked at our bullpen and we're like, what? Like, what's going on out here? That now, going back to some of those Zach Britton, Canely, Chapman teams, like when the Goose Green, maybe he finds himself in the mix still. But Doval has been better against lefties this year. And, yeah, they've given themselves so many legit high-leverage options. And in a dream world where things are clicking in a postseason, this Yankees team gets the good sauce back and things are feeling good. Well, we haven't even gotten there. But, Max Fried or Carlos Rodon handing the ball off to Weave, to Tim Hill, to Williams, to Bednar, and Duvall, whatever combination that is, you can now get. Those are 4 to 5 fearsome innings.
Yeah. If they're all right, wild card series, you can, short series, you can make a game short.
So I like that. It has been, we're Yankee fans. Subscribe. Thank you guys. We love you. Buy a shirt. We got some really cool merch out recently. What do you? How do you think they're going to handle the closer role? Because Bednar happens first, and everyone's looking around like, oh, well, he just had a 23-game scoreless streak. Devin hasn't been great this year. He's been much better lately, except last night he got rocked. That it was like, okay, Bednar probably gets the nod at closer. We get the Hoke quote afterwards that was a little deceptive. Weaver looked really sharp the other night, and Doval's the grossest of all of them, in my opinion. But if he gets a little Matt Blake masterclass, watch out.
Yeah, judging from Boone's press conference, where there was a quote, Brian Hoke asked, just to be clear, Devin Williams is your closer. You're going to fit the other guys in around him. And Boone said, well, yeah, the other guys aren't here, so we still got to figure it out, which is... So then it got tweeted out that was the plan. But, I mean, it may be. But Boone also would
the
basically
first
just
games.
said no one's here. So, of course, if we have a game tonight, Devin Williams is closer, they're not here yet. The way he talked about Bednar made me think that they want him in the closer role. I mean, he lamented, is that the word? About he's good versus lefties versus
Wanted
righties.
him for a while.
Wanted him for a while. He's battle tested. He's been doing it. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do split it a little bit, like Bednar and Williams each get like different goes at it. This is a conversation to be had when we flip to the offense as well. Cashman has given Boone a lot of tools.
Yeah.
My biggest worry is that they don't make decisive decisions.
Correct.
You want to keep Williams in there? Fine. He starts losing it.
Right.
You have options. Rotate it. Change it up. Right? And that's going to be the same on the offensive side of things too now, because Cashman has given Boone a ton of ammo and different ammo to utilize. So I'm interested.
Yeah, and that's, it's the great debate of like the Game of Thrones, who has the power of the Yankees, and we've heard some different things through the grapevine. There's a lot of group decision making. And I guess that's where for some of this, and we'll get to Caballero in a little bit with potential shortstop stuff.
I do have gripes about Williams before we get off that. Or the way people are talking about him.
Okay, in which way?
Like Boone was like, he's been throwing the ball great for us. And Jack Curry was like, he's got a 5.7 ERA in July. He has not been throwing the ball great.
Right. Yeah, no, July has been a step back. If
some of those he got the save, and that's great, but he has not looked good lately.
Yeah, I guess the only combat to that is because I can bring up the stats, and like obviously Devin got off to as bad of a start as you could see, and it was also visibly different, like the fastball velo and everything we talked about. Location, they kept saying. If you do his last 31 games, 29.2 innings, 41 strikeouts, it's a 3.03 ERA. When you zoom in on July, it's been a little bit worse. It's where reliever ERA is a little tricky. A couple of those Williams outings, that's been in a situation where it's like, hey, that run doesn't matter at all, so you kind of have to let it score. That, I think if we're looking at it through a different scope, it is what it is. It's not being lights out, like you're saying. It's not throwing the ball incredibly, and especially after we come off of Tampa's game. I guess that's where, Yumi and Joe's having honest combos after and looking at it. I guess I still have too many memories of Clay Holmes last year, of the Yankees just staying with him and believing in it, that coming into this season of these three pitchers, Devin had the best pedigree of all of them. Or the four pitchers, I should include Weave, who usurped him this year, that I'm interested to see how they handle it, and I guess I'm approaching it with fear because there's a chance that they say Devin's a closer and we believe in our guy. I would counter that, and again, we do have the opportunity to talk to Boone, that being a reliever is really hard, and last year, Bednar and Doval both got sent down because they were having struggles. And sometimes the life of a reliever can be really tough and get caught up for you in a given season, that you have to do whatever's best. And I currently don't know what that is. Like, if we get our first impression of Bednar and Doval and it goes sour, we're going to be like, okay, hey, maybe he's got to figure it out in New York, So I'm a little nervous about how the Yankees are going to handle the situation.
Same. I would say that is... I am lockstep. There's a lot of ways to handle it. Bednar's also here next year.
Yeah.
Devin, I don't think is going to be.
I would tend to agree. I think
both
both sides.
At the very least, he's a free agent.
So you put your best foot forward. You might just hand the ball to Bednar and say, you're our guy.
Yeah, I want to do whatever's best for this season. Like, the contracts in my head aren't too much of my business.
I'd like to see Bednar. I don't currently love Devin Williams.
Right.
And I don't
and that's fair.
Don't really want him closing in the postseason.
Yeah.
He hasn't been good there.
Right.
He has not in his career been good in the playoffs and doesn't seem like he likes the pressure of New York more so than other places. Or the moment. I don't know.
Right.
I like my relievers that look like, they say Bednar's a Yinzer, you know? He's an aggressive Pittsburgh guy.
Yeah.
Devin hasn't really given me closer moxie.
And of all these guys besides the guys with legit closing experience at this point, Devin's had the most setup success, setting up for Hader and stuff. So if we're going with who has most experience doing what things.
Yeah, I was looking for the best way to butter knife it with Bednar, Williams, and Doval. I think they have 3 guys who have accumulated 14-plus saves over the last 4 years. I know there's a lot of numbers there, and it would be so much sicker if it was 15 saves, but I think Devin had 14 last year. But they now have 3 guys who have been closing games for 4 years.
Devin's not been closing games for 4 years.
Well, I think Hader got hurt, and once they traded him, he had 15 saves in 22.
Yeah, he had less saves than Clay did, and Clay's like 2.5 years.
Yeah, Devin has 85 total, Bednar has 101 total, and Doval has 107. So Doval's actually the high man.
As far as number of
Career.
Bednar walks the least. He doesn't walk guys.
We like that.
I like
cool.
that.
Doval does.
Doval does, and Devin does.
Yeah.
Does Doval throw multiple pitches?
I'm interested to see more of them because it's a lot of sinker cutter, which is interesting.
We can watch some of those whenever you guys want.
Let's watch.
Yeah.
Let's watch. You got some highlights of these relievers?
I've got some highlights of relievers. Well, what we've got is pitching ninja tweets, which is
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
same thing.
Easiest way to do it. Thanks, Rob. I mean, he hits 100, right?
Yes.
Wow, so he's slider cutter to righties and slider cutter to lefties. So those are his 2 pitchers. Those both go the same way. But I think his slider goes down more.
Yeah, here they were overlaid.
So that 100 is, they're saying, a cut fastball.
Yeah.
It looks very four-seam in these videos, but that's
Yeah,
great.
it can be the angle.
So the cutter, he sits at 98.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh, I see it.
Cutter sits at 98. Sinker sits at 96 this year. Slider at 89.
Not bad. Just rears back, huh?
Different velo than we've seen. Feels like a guy that could feed off New York.
Man, this is what we've been asking for all season. Give us some velo in the pen, some flamethrowers. Here's Bednar.
I want to see Bednar and Doval's bodies side by side. The slow curve.
Bednar and that's a 90 splitter. Was that a 90 splitter? The Bednar and Leiter got that portly man's man body. You know, Rust Belt boys.
Doval's limbs look like they have extra limbs.
Ooh. Wow.
Okay.
What's that pitch?
I think these are just
Fastball.
eaters.
What was that second one? Was the fastball too?
Looked like a little bit of
Looked like it had a little something on it.
action.
Bednar gas.
That's nice. Oh, wow. Top left, top right. Dead center.
Oh.
Dead center.
Hey, and
Dude, this is the mound presence I need, though. Give me some moxie. All right, here's Jake Bird. So he's got that sweeper that I actually don't like.
Yeah.
But that's just a me thing. Because the guys that do it are good. It's like stand-up comedy. I like the 1%. If you're not in that 1% of sidearm sweepers and you fall more in that Weissert area, I'm like, that's going to get rocked. And it usually does.
Jake Bird, 5 consecutive strikeouts.
I want to see Jake Bird's curveball. The numbers on his curveball are good, but I don't think he throws it at home and therefore doesn't take it on the road that much. And Jack Curry tweeted about his curveball as well. Like, you know, when he thought it was nasty.
I like that. Little backdoor one there on the screen. Hope you're watching on YouTube.
His curveball has good.
podcast.
It's his third most thrown pitch. His curveball, but like way lower, 22% of the time. He's got great numbers.
Yeah. Sinker curve to lefties, sinker sweep to righties.
All right.
We've got options. And we couldn't say that as of today's game.
No.
Today's pitching options after Marcus Stroman, who's had an up and down season to be nice, was Yeri, Brubaker, Loizaga, Hamilton, Hedrick. And we can go into tomorrow's game with Weaver, Doval, Williams, Bednar. Rest Tim Hill another day.
Which is better.
Please rest Tim Hill another day.
All right, so let's go to the offense now. We got any of these?
Sure. Offense is brought to you by DraftKings. Oh. Today's episode is sponsored by DraftKings. Nothing says summer like long days, clutch plays, and firing off a few bets. On the game, all with DraftKings Sportsbook. If you've never bet on baseball before, pretty dang easy. You want a team to win? Oh, okay. Pick that. Click. A guy to homer. Click that. Done. Whatever you're looking for. Sometimes when we go to the game in person, sometimes me and John will get in on the action. Here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers bet $5. Get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code JMBaseball. That's code JMBaseball for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Okay, the offense is very interesting because you have McMahon. He's been on the team. We've talked about him. He's here for a couple of years. He's got an arm at third that is really nice. In this 4-game set against the Rays, he had a .471 on base percentage. He had 5 hits, 2
good at bats.
Two
strike hits.
2 hits in game 3, 2 hits in game 4. He did go 0 for in game 2 and had 1 in game 1. So he's good. He's your third baseman.
He's your third baseman. Again, we are in this righty lane that I'm interested to see when the lefties come along. And Caballero does throw another slight wrinkle that I'm interested to see how hard they lefty McMahon.
Yeah, I am as well. They got all of these righties now.
Yeah.
They brought in McMahon and then 3 righty bats. Caballero, he's got 4 years of control. He can play any defensive position. Do you have this highlight reel?
He's a dog.
If you are not on YouTube and you're just listening to the audio, I suggest you look down at the time, make an observation of it, remind yourself, go to YouTube and click the same time because these are worth watching.
Yeah. If people will remember the famous IKF episode where we watched defensive plays and we're stunned the other way this time around.
We can go. I have a Caballero note.
Okay. Do you have the audio, Beavis?
That's the sharp pick at shortstop.
Yeah, they're all shortstop first. That's deep in the hole, slides, gets up so fast and fires it over for the out.
Brooks lead. This is against Oswaldo in the hole. Good range, good footwork, good arm.
I like how fast he's popping up and firing. It's just thoughtless. I like that he stayed on his feet on that one.
Got overturned.
Yeah, that's a nice play. Full out dive, pops up quick and fires.
That was someone running too.
And that's a hot shot and goes to second. They don't get the double play, but he knew exactly what he was doing. See another. I think that's like that's shortstop.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go against
Nice
Glaber.
Glaber
A lot of these
pop-up.
are against the Yankees, so maybe he's just a pest.
He for sure is. I mean, he's also the Garrett Cole when he threw over the backstop because a guy was pissing him off.
He wagged his finger at him.
That was Caballero.
And then yesterday's game, he was the third baseman that threw out Trent Grisham, and then Wells stumbled off because he lost track of the outs.
Michael,
Oh, yeah. Bare hand at third, and then there's outfield ones, too, so you might not know this. He also plays a pretty nice right field in case Judge can't throw again.
Yeah, or just coming off the bench. Like there's a whole Judge Stanton conversation that every Yankee fan has been having. This Ben Rice robbery, maybe I just made it up, but I think that's Caballera's first ever game in right field.
Similar to Cabby, Oswaldo Cabrera, who almost got doubled up. He had a similar catch first game. Yeah, so if Judge can't throw, and they don't want to risk throwing on Judge's arm, and Stanton is starting, then I don't love this because I don't like Stanton's bat coming out of games, but he would be your pinch run for Stanton and then defensive replacement right field guy.
He led the American League in stolen bases last year. He leads the American League in stolen bases this year. So defensive versatility at every position, including shortstop. Speed and stolen base type speed, if you need that, which I don't know, brings up some, obviously excited. This guy's a great guy to have on the team. I think Yankee fans are going to love Caballero. If you just look at the offensive stat page, I don't think it's going to excite you, but the way this guy plays baseball, I think will. And hey, let's learn some of the nuances, and maybe there's going to be some parts, we look at it and we're like, that's weird. But playing against him on the Yankees, he was a guy you kind of didn't want to see up, even though the stats don't tell you that. Yeah, I guess his talent off the bench and what he can provide makes me a little... Hey, the elephant in the room shortstop stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Is it just a day off a week, or what are you expecting?
Well, I'm expecting Volpe to get better. And if he still can't make a play without stopping and then spiking the ball,
Right.
there's a guy who can.
Right.
And it's not like Peraza, his offensive output is similar to Volpe. Now, for everyone that's like, Volpe's hit 7 home runs in his last 10 games. Very true. But we talked about this, and I told you it would happen. Because 2 weeks after the All-Star break, he goes off because he's rejuvenated. He's got his pull swing going. This is the same thing he did last year. I mean, I think 2 weeks ago I gave him the award that said make them matter.
Right.
Like if you're going to go on this spree where you're rejuvenated and hitting, make the home runs count. And thankfully he did. Tied the game with a majestic bomb. But that is the same as last year. Last year, 14 games after the All-Star break, he had a 1.078 OPS. The rest of the second half, he had a 4.96 OPS. This year, it's been like 13 games after the All-Star break, he's got a 933 OPS. His first half numbers, first 15 games were great. This rest of the first half was not good. So this is Volpe's thing. He's had the worst Septembers ever, 2 years in a row, because he gets tired and beat down. If he's got a 540 OPS and the defense is not picked up, there's no excuses. And that's where the same thing is with all these closers. My worry now is in the Yankees' decisions and Boone's decisions to act quickly and swiftly for the best path forward. We've seen them do this at times. Like Brett Gardner was on the team, with the team in 2018, having a down year. They traded for Kutchin, and he played over Gardner down the stretch. Knowing that Kutch was a rental and Gardner was going to return the next year, they still went with the better player. Andujar could not play third base. We saw them put Neil Walker, who had never really played there, and then get Echeverria and sub him out right away. Right? Like, so if the defensive struggles continue,
Right.
they cannot continue to just lie to us and then act upon their own lies. And that's why I wanted someone that, he's better than Volpe defensively at short. He's played majority of his games this season at short. Volpe can hit better than him when Volpe's in one of his hot stretches.
I think the good takeaways are there's someone that you can look at that can play shortstop and give a major league at bat. Anthony Volpe in his career has an 86 OPS plus. Caballero has an 83. Caballero, a stat that we've fake joked about on Talking Baseball a lot is OPS plus steals, because in a way it should count. Caballero would have him beat there. I like that this puts the pressure on Volpe defensively. Volpe can play defense. We saw it last year. He's clearly in his head. You saw it in the double clutch. You see him thinking out there. You're seeing him go to a knee. It's a very weird. Volpe played good defense, and we tried to be as complimentary as we could, and part of that was when we were talking to Boone, we wanted him to give us real answers afterwards. So that's kind of, giving some yogurt with the medicine so the kids take it. For me, I like that we can just point. Like, we've had some of the dumbest conversations in our Yankee group chat because it's over Peraza. Like, hey, put in Peraza just so Volpe can breathe for a second. The counter to that argument is Peraza's one of the worst hitters we've ever seen on the field. You're not wrong. And you can't fully counter that point. I don't know. I think the boos have kind of helped Volpe. We're in the 2-week stretch out of the break where Volpe got rest and he's looking a little better. That yes, if things stay the same, there's someone you could point at and be like, hey, even if it's a series, like we've seen that. Whether it's offense, defense, or whatever, we've seen guys like, did Glaber sit a whole series?
Yeah, he got set a whole series before that Toronto, and then it turned his whole season around.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, last year.
Transition to second base. It gives them an option. Again, the fear factor, like you mentioned, is how the Yankees actually handle it.
Caballero and Jazz up the middle would be the most pest.
Oh, my God. If you want teams to hate the Yankees,
you want teams to hate the middle infield, that would be the most,
God.
biggest pest combo going.
I mean, Jazz just induced a balk in the extra inning game, and Caballero is probably who everybody would bet around baseball is like most likely to induce a balk. So
he's from Panama. He probably loves Mo.
He's from Panama?
Yeah.
That's cool. Not a lot of.
Wow. Oh, and my other Caballero fact that I thought you would like. There's been 2 Caballeros to ever play baseball. It's Jose Caballero and Putsy.
Putsy?
Putsy.
Putsy.
Ralph Joseph Caballero, a.k.a. Putsy. Born in New Orleans, died in New Orleans.
Glaber stats before he got benched for 3 games, 215 or got a rest, 215 batting average, 294 on base percentage. That was in the first 80 games. In the next 74, 298 batting average, 365 on base. All right, the bigger question now after going through all that is when Judge returns, someone's got to get conveniently injured or someone's got to go. And I think this is what I was talking about in the Slater episode.
Right.
It's Slater or Rosario now are going to get DFA'd or someone's going to get conveniently injured or a real injury because there's not enough room when Judge returns and they said he's going to return in 10 days.
Yes. Sometimes these things figure themselves out. Sometimes they don't. I think it's it becomes interesting because Rosario has more overlap from Caballero, just player-wise.
Yeah.
Slater is a little bit more one-trick pony. He's here to hit lefties and play corner outfield, which Rosario is in a way with a little more versatility. Rosario's mostly played third base and second base this year. I think the Yankees find a way to get everyone to the finish line. This isn't exactly the Cameron Maben situation that we had that one season, but I don't see them doing anything drastic between like the guys that have options, Dominguez. I don't see them going that route.
If they find a way to get to September, you get the extra roster spot
Right,
and all
then
that. So
the conversation ends, although kind of need an extra catcher. So I don't know. I think there's a point where if there's a Talkin' Yanks episode where we say, oh, Rosario or Slater got waived, I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, someone needs to go.
Maybe, I guess I did have a little more slight fear factor of if they are giving us Judge lies and we get closer to the 10 days and DHing, and they're like, actually, we're going to give Judge another 5 days.
Check in next series.
I just don't think he might. I just think I think he might never play right field
Right.
the rest of the season. I think that's like 50% chance.
I don't know. Like
Because why would you risk that?
For what it does,
save it for the playoffs when they actually need it.
for what it does for the Yankees lineup construction,
Yeah, but I mean, if that leads to needing Tommy John and then you lose him for next year,
just moving to first base.
Well, you would still lose him for part of next year.
Right.
Where like if you let it heal, you would avoid that.
He'd be back in time to hit, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know enough about it. Like that's where, yes, it's the injury before the injury and the fear that all of us felt before. There's a lot more that point to more injuries. There's, Tanaka pushed it till the end of his Yankee days. That like, I'm gonna let the doctors handle that, and let's see where Judge. Let's see what it really is. Does Judge pick up a ball in 10 days and he can throw half normally and he can play outfield games where, hey, dude, you literally can't let it eat, and we have some weird moments, but Aaron Judge is hitting? I'm interested in that.
I think Tanaka had months in between. Like, he didn't push it at all.
Right, but Judge isn't
pitching's
pitching.
a different ask. But
Sure. Yeah,
but he took a long break.
Yeah, Tanaka took a lot of time off.
Right.
The whole offseason because it was at the very end of the season. Yeah, I wouldn't risk it. If it's even slightly still a strain going on there, like one full send of a throw, if that leads to a surgery now, which leads to him missing the postseason and the beginning of next year, I would not risk that. I wouldn't risk anything that makes Judge not be able to hit in the postseason.
Yeah.
So, seems they would have to be so in the clear and so lightly getting to it. We'll see. But if he's cleared, then Slater or Rosario, I think, are one of those guys. Or they do the Joe Madden, they send Volpe down. Say, hey, you're going to be back up in 2 weeks. Let's work on the footwork and the throwing.
If things got
that won't happen.
Worse, that won't happen. It won't happen. It won't happen.
And hopefully he can get better defensively and doesn't need to happen.
Or the booze woke him up.
Well, defense is still bad.
Bad boy Volpe.
Offense is doing what
no error today.
Guessed it would do. No error today.
Don't think so.
My guy's hot.
1 in a row.
It's not, and that's not a graphic we should make or anything like that. So,
did he get any balls today?
I think the moment the Duvall trade happened, he fielded a normal ball. I saw Hubs tweet that.
Like that.
How about it?
The extra inning grounder.
The only other issue is, okay, so now my concerns are, do they make the swift decisions as far as closer by committee, as far as Volpe's defense if it continues to linger? And then the other worry is, can they clean it up? Is Caballero going to replace Dominguez? Is he a replacement for Dominguez in the outfield? Slide everyone over, put Caballero on right, and he's a righty in the at bat now.
Just for defense, or what are you talking about?
To shore up the outfield.
Him or Slater, right?
I think Caballero's better than Slater, but yeah. Slater ran to a ball in right field, picked up and fired to second. Guy still got a double, but it was like the fastest I've seen someone do that in a while.
Yeah, I think the defensive replacement for Dominguez is just it feels like we haven't talked about that in a long time.
Didn't they do it recently? Bellinger do it recently?
I mean I think so, but like I'm talking about the first month of the season, it was almost
automatic.
Yes, and it got away from that. But I think now that it's winning time again, which crazy have to label it that way, but I think that's more on the table than it was.
I thought they just did it in this race series.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, then we're saying the same thing.
Yep. I'm saying it was not as prevalent as it was when the season began. It was a talking point in almost every Talkin' Yanks in April, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
It felt like they did it nearly every game, if not.
It was automatic. Now it's if the game's close.
Yes.
And if the game's close, I need Trent in center field and Belly in left field. Every time.
Yeah.
Belly is the best left fielder we've seen since Gardner.
Yes.
In like a jarring landslide.
Yeah, and there was something about Gardy that just wasn't pretty when it happened. But yeah, no, I mean Belly's he's like one dotting since May or something like that. He's playing amazing defense. It's a special baseball player.
So if Judge can't play the outfield, then Rosario goes out there. Or if Judge is DHing, especially in the next couple of days, Slater starting or Dominguez is starting, then you have Slater or someone go to right and slide everyone over.
Yeah.
Nice. Hopefully they have a winning formula.
Or Stanton and right.
That's crazy.
Take a chance.
Got
on
options.
me.
Standing right is scary. Like they're praying to God Judge recovers and goes to the outfield. Otherwise, what is Stanton, who's hot right now?
Do we know what day? What's the 10-day for Judge? Like when he would be back?
I think 10 days, which is the minimum, which is when they said he can be back. I think it's like the last game of the Rangers series. I'll do a quick count again.
Okay, so there's an off day after that, and then it's home versus Houston. So maybe that's... I don't know. I normally think teams would think like that, and they don't always. I remember there was a weird DJ met us.
August 4th.
So that'd be the start of the Texas
Did they
era.
retroactive Judge's IL?
Yeah.
I assume so,
It's
right?
automatic, basically. Right? It's the last day he played. I don't know why you wouldn't. do
Yeah,
that.
there's no reason not to,
Yeah.
right? I just couldn't
So he'd
remember.
be eligible the 4th or the 5th.
I typed in 10 days from July 25th. which I
He
think was
played on
last
the
time he played.
25th, right? So
He played on the 25th, so then the
starting
26th.
from the 26th.
So game 2 at Texas would be 8-5. Yeah, interested to see. I mean, he's going to be traveling with the team, so if Judge is ready to hit, you just press that button, push the button.
Yeah, but they could wait till they're home from Texas, so Stanton is in the Yankees right field.
It's interesting, right?
And then it would be August 8th, and they push it 2 days.
You got a couple more days to play with your new pieces and see
Yeah.
what they look like.
Yeah, they might do that.
I would.
See where they're at.
Depends on the
No,
results.
if Judge
and
is
stuff.
healthy, you have to play him.
Yeah, you do.
Have to.
Crazy.
Following today's game, the Yankees optioned Yeri De Los Santos and Ian Hamilton to AAA.
It's the right move, man.
Those are the right moves.
It's the right move. Ian Hamilton, the person I have no qualms with, but his outings have been hurting the team and the rest of the bullpen.
Bednar, Doval, Williams, Weaver, Hill, Loizaga, Brubaker, Bird. No. They still need one more.
Hedrick. Did you say Hedrick?
I didn't, but you didn't say Hedrick.
Yeah, no announcement. Maybe not everybody can get there tomorrow. They'll figure it out.
Boone
but
said they were all going to be there tomorrow, so maybe they just haven't. Maybe they can take their time on
I guess they
someone.
don't have to make the
Who
call.
are we
on
missing?
it.
Well, one of the three isn't on there yet. Bednar and Doval are there. It's Bird or Hedrick. Or like Doval can't make it. They added 3 relievers today,
Right.
and they took 2 off.
Yes, if one can't get there till
So if someone can't
Saturday.
arrive till Saturday, then Hedrick's still there, or or Bird is
Or
in the
just mess
minors
with
and
it,
Hedrick's there, and they're going to get him some reps in there. I don't know.
Okay.
For bookkeeping, we have to give out prides.
Sure.
And MFers. Are those sponsored the Pride of the Yankees is brought to you by DraftKings. Use code Yanks when you sign up with the DraftKings Sportsbook.
Wow.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Yeah. To the what?
Oh, mine's I think easy.
Okay.
What was today's game? Whatever. I'm going Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
He's stepped up with Judge gone. And I was going to give him the, oh, shit. What's the Kanye lyric from Gold Digger? I had it in my head earlier. Awards.
So careful.
There's a couple.
Get low. Why can't I remember this?
Kanye's Half Out. The song came out a couple years ago, I think. So I don't know.
Whatever. Get
I'm not
down,
sure which
get
one you're
low.
going.
The lyric is probably about sex.
Okay.
Because go on, girl. What is it?
Go on, girl. Go take it down.
Yeah. Belly
Yeah.
changes his swing versus every pitch. If you watch that triple, please, can you pull up that triple? And then maybe pull up his first hit today.
Pull up the triple.
It is so refreshing to see someone who attacks the ball where it's pitched with his body. Like, not just his bat.
He goes Gumby for a second.
Not just his bat.
I don't know how he does.
Chases it on an angle. Like, he keeps his swing and he lowers his knees to go get it. That triple was very impressive because he, like, you know, if you think about wanting to hit a low pitch on a line, not like into the ground,
Right.
like to get that angle, he goes and gets it. Here it is. Watch what I'm trying to talk about. That back half is down.
In the swing position, his body is in a very abnormal position.
Yeah, try and pause it, Beebs, right when he makes contact. Or, yeah, slow the load. Like, he's
like his upper body is full extension.
Look at his finish, though. It's not natural. Because he's not trying to hit a homer. He's just trying to hit that ball hard.
Hit the ball
See if
hard.
you have, this is today. I think this is a high pitch. Yeah, so see that?
Yeah, hit the ball.
It's so different. He's where the ball is. And it's because he's not always trying to hit a homer. He's trying to hit the ball hard, and he adjusts his swing. He had in that, after Trent homered, and then they put together those 3 singles in a row, he had a 2-strike approach where he floated it over the infield. So Belly is my pride. I think it's been awesome. And, you know, Boone said in his post game, and everyone's saying it now, like, he's going to get some MVP votes.
Yes.
He's been playing so well.
The defense is incredible. Some of the plays he's making, another sliding catch that just off the ground, just like full capabilities. Watching him run the bases on the triple, it is everything. I think Jack Curry gave, he used like brilliant words, and I'm not going to do it justice, but he was like, if a scout watched the baseball game and he saw Cody Bellinger, he'd tell you that guy can hit. He can hit for power. He can run the bases. And he can play defense. That was a little Regis Philbin in Jack Curry. But yeah, he's been like the best left-handed hitting outfielder in the American League, which that's just kind of a crazy thing to think about. And yeah, depending where you butter knife the stats from, you can have MVP candidate type numbers. He's been incredible. There's been some dark days in Yankee land leading up to this series and the deadline and just another bad summer. A lot of dark thoughts have crept in for Yankee fans. Mm-hmm. I've seen the 2023 Yankees mentioned. I went back and I looked at the 2023 Yankees. Oh my God.
Yeah, don't do it.
How
about the 2021? You want to talk about them?
So Aaron Judge missed like 60 games that season. He had a 4.6 WAR, which Judge has exceeded that by a mile. Number 2 on the team offensively, I believe, is Volpe with 3.3, which you're cooking with defensive.
Yeah.
That like this Yankees offense is still really good, and I know things have been bad for a while, and we need to fix the defense. And in a world that can be fixed, but Cody Bellinger is also maybe the biggest difference. Like this dude, he's been the Robin to Judge's Batman.
Ooh.
Like he has.
Yeah, he has.
Like, gets asked to do different things. Like, you're clearly not Batman, but, like, Robin, you're killing it, dog. I think he's going to... If the season ended today and he opt out, he gets paid a lot of money. And Yankee fans want it to be by the Yankees.
Who's your pride?
I'm going to go a little funky.
Okay.
Maximus. And this is with this is with an assist from Max Fried because he would want me to do this. My pride of the Yankees is Tim Hill.
Oh.
Tim Hill leads baseball in appearances. And sure, he throws sidearm, and yeah, maybe that's less pressure on his arm. We've talked to a lot of guys that have lived in Major League bullpens. It is a tough life. We've tried to depict that on this show before. He's up to 52 games. He went from Bernie to CC, 51 to 52. There's bold on his baseball reference page. The ERA in the season is down to 2.72, which is really damn good. And, Jim, we've heard some stories in the Yankees world and other baseball worlds. Sometimes a guy says they're down and out, and they're out for the day.
Yeah.
Tim Hill was supposed to be out in the extra inning game that if the Yankees lost, now we're playing today, potentially losing a series 3 games out of 4. Tim Hill came into that game. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I'm going to throw that one pitch I throw, and I'm going to get you out. And he did that, man. So pride of the Yankees,
I like it a lot.
Tim Hill.
I like it a whole bunch. And also, I love in my head that he's not like a what are they a rubber arm, you know?
Right. It hurts.
And he's actually like, no,
I can't do it. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. I could do one more. That's it.
He's got reliever mentality where like every game could be his last, you know?
Because he
He's
slipped
been
it.
DFAs. Yeah,
He's
he's been
lived
DFA'd.
it.
And he's just like, nah, dude. Oh yeah, rubber arm. He's like, nope. Lot of pain.
Like, how did Tim Hill feel when he got released from the 2024 White Sox? The
Relieved.
worst team to ever play.
So happy.
I think it's a mix. I think when you get cut from the worst team to ever play, you're like, wait, what's that mean about me?
Could be.
We'll ask him. We won't.
His best pitch, the sinker, throws it 79.7% of the time this season. Whiff percentage, 12. It's so funny because you want those numbers to be higher. Put away percentage, 11.
I've got a dumb one for you.
Okay.
I think he feeds off the crowd well.
Oh, yeah.
I think when there was 2 strikes in that extra inning, I want to say Morel was up. And it's just this weird thing where it's almost like everything flips on the hitter. It's like, wait, this guy throws 80s. He doesn't strike people out. Like, I have a good chance here. When it gets to 2 strikes against Tim Hill, I think guys lock up a little bit.
A little fear. Like, this guy doesn't strike anyone out. I can't strike out. I'll just put it in play. And then they put it in play weekly. I mean, so
Ryan
that
McMahon,
play.
leap and catch.
Yeah, that play.
Caballero, good base running. McMahon, good defense.
Dude, really good base running by Caballero. And if Caballero's not on second, that's a single because the Yankees do their auto shift. But because there's a runner on second. That was a good play. Look at Goldie. I loved me and my dad laughed out loud when Goldie did that.
Good throw,
There
kid.
you go, kid.
Good throw, kid.
There you go. To my chest. MFer.
Oh.
You Yankee motherfucker.
Oh.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
Wells.
Yes.
Yes. Because he forgot the outs.
Yeah.
Also, like, isn't doing well, and I
Yeah.
don't think he's the starting catcher.
Mm.
I don't.
It just has not gotten hot.
When did I say this? Before Stanton was coming back, I was like, guys, Rice by the end of the year might be taking catching reps away from
hitting like
Wells
this.
because he's hitting better than Wells, and a Scar is going to have to go eventually because you can't keep this. That was a long time ago I said that. Rice has to get more at bats than Wells.
Correct.
Now they're going to come because when Goldie's not playing first, when it's, hard righty pitchers, Rice will get reps in at first base.
Yeah.
And then when it is a lefty pitcher or easy righty pitcher, Goldie at first and Rice behind the dish. If he should be playing 4 out of 5 games, which makes Wells playing 2 or 3 out of 5.
Yeah, I guess I would lean the 3 out of 5 there. I think, when the Yankees have their bad defensive moments and you feel it at catcher, which we have felt this year, like we haven't seen a lot of great defensive catcher play from Ben Rice. That we've had moments where we've said for defense you need to play
Wellesley in at
Austin
the end.
Wells. Maybe interested in that, but then you're burning both catchers. Yeah, I'm interested to see how they'll do it. I think with Ascara out, I think they can get Ben Rice plenty of at-bats between first base and catching. I do think they like Wellesley. I do think they're, with this new platoon attack thing they can do, I think Boone's like excited to use the bench, that I think sitting Goldie a little more can blend in a little better. Like Booney can just say like, oh, well, we really want to attack this starter with our lefties. So now Paul's lumped in with the other guys. Although there's been times we have asked for Paul's defensive first. So I'm interested to see how the defense continues to look, because that's a big wrinkle in this. But yeah, Wells has to do some. I guess for me, where I'm at with Wellesley is kind of the fact that he is the best defensive catcher. If he has a good September, like he starts in the postseason, no questions asked,
Yes, but his offense has been very
But he's been bad. Oh, some of the swings were atrocious.
And Rice's at-bats, even the ones that don't lead to results, are so good.
Awesome.
And right now they're getting very even playing time. Like over the last 30 days,
Yeah.
Wells has 66 plate appearances and Rice has 61. So that's a game's difference. Rice has a 344 on base. Wells has a 258. And if I go last 20, so even more recently, I think I was doing this the other day. The last 20 days, they have 41 plate appearances apiece. So very even plate appearances. Rice has a 341 on base in the last 20 days. Wells has a 171 with a 189 slug. Like Wells has, the results haven't been good and the at-bats haven't been good. And Boone has said the phrase can't happen 4 times. 2 of them were Wellesley. So
Bad sign.
So Wellesley's my MFer.
I think it's a good one. I think it's a fair one.
Thank you.
A fair king. I have a cutesy option. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
The cutesy option was Oswald Peraza, but we don't need that.
He's been.
It's just farewell.
He's a bird in a cage.
Go nuts in Anaheim. Make us point at the Yankees for breaking your spirit.
You know who he is? I comped him to someone outside. He is, and the numbers are somewhat similar. Gio Urshela, when the Yankees traded for him for $25,000,
Yeah.
he was a glove only, no bat at all. The Yankees traded for him to put him in their minors. Like that would be Peraza's Cinderella story.
He needs to get out of here. He needs to talk to a different hitting coach. He needs to do a lot of stuff. It doesn't work for a lot of guys in MLB. Maybe he will be different. I don't think anyone's in fear of that right now. I'll go Devin Williams. He had 2 appearances in this series. He gave up runs both times, including what felt like it could have been an absolute back-breaking home run to Josh Lowe, who I do still really like Josh Lowe. He might just be a terrorize the Yankees games, but my God, when he looks right, he looks like legendary to me. Weird. Devin he got beat by Caminero the first at bat. It got to 3-2. He was throwing his changeup. David Cohn knows a decent amount about pitching, says, well, if he's throwing that changeup, he's going to throw that changeup. Tries to sneak the fastball by him, which I've been impressed by Devin Williams before. He did. Unfortunately, it was inside off the plate. Walks him. Gives up the homer to Lowe, which I'm not going to excuse. Sometimes happens, but if you're going to be a closer, you can't walk the guy before, because that just turned a solo homer to tie the game into a 2-run homer to take the lead. And it is something frustrating with the fact that Devin Williams' out pitch is the one pitch that he throws the majority of time. He threw it the rest of the inning, and he hit his spot with it, and guys hit just lame rollovers to second base, and it was like, wish you didn't need the home run to do that. 2 outings, runs.
MFer. Some things that we didn't talk about. Stanton has been so good lately.
Yeesh.
I don't know if he has a span of 31 games.
Took out the Rays first baseman, which was a little
Yeah.
football days kicking in.
I don't know if he has a span of 31 games where his slash line is what it is last year.
Definitely not on base wise.
Batting average, too. 271 batting average.
Okay. Yeah, I'd have to go through the game logs a little bit.
He wasn't getting hits. It was home runs only.
Right.
Well, let's see. Here's a stretch. Maybe this is it from last year.
Maybe.
Maybe it's only 18 games and it's a 286. If I extrapolate it. Nope. No. I don't think it works.
How many games do I need?
You need 31 games is what he's played this year.
Okay. In 32 games, he had a 269, 826 stretch. Similar. But yeah.
Okay, I got his 34-game stretch last year, got a 286 batting average. But yeah, he's been so good this year. Now the home runs are coming. Judge joked he was a singles hitter. He's got, 8 home runs in his last 20 games or something like that? Because he homered today.
Looks great.
It looks really good.
It looks like a little, the extra rest helped, and that was kind of the thought process.
Yeah.
Sucks with this situation we might stumble into in a couple weeks.
Dominguez,
in a week.
Dominguez made his best play on the warning track.
Yes. Yeah, I think.
Oh, there's one other big question to ask you.
Okay, I feel like I had something. Oh, I wanted to defend Stanton on one thing. Stan did have one of the worst at-bats of the season that we posted, 5 balls. There was a 2-0 fastball inside that was in Stanton's flight zone a little bit. It ends up a little in off the plate. Stan was trying to change the whole season in that swing, and that made the at-bat 2-1. That brought the next pitch into play. So some people were very mad about that. I am not, because Stan was trying to change the season with that.
You can't get mad at Stanton when he looks awful in that bat. That just means he's going to homer soon.
Boom.
That's what he does.
Boom.
No one's looked worse in the middle of being hot
Giancarlo
than Stanton. One question.
What was your question?
It's about the rotation. It's kind of a combo, and I know we're late. When Heel gets activated, is it as simple as Schlittler goes down because they can afford to do that, or do they pull the cord on Stroman? Which is the move they should do?
I think it depends what the bullpen does. I think if the bullpen is not clicking on all cylinders like we hope, I think they might send it. How does Stroman look as well? I know that's not the answer you want, but
well, he just pitched today. He got through the first couple innings good, and then he got tattooed.
I think if Stroman looks okay-ish,
he won't pitch again before this happens.
Let me see. So Stroman's next start is Texas.
This decision's Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday. I think they're going to send Schlittler down.
Same, but it's a bummer because he's good when he's bad.
Yes, but also in theory, you're only missing out on him for 5 games or 4 games because there's an off day and he's going to start, so he's going to throw 80 pitches. So you wouldn't use Cam Schlittler in the next 10 games, 5 games minimum.
But then are you eventually bringing Schlittler back?
I think he's a part of, yes.
So then you're eventually getting rid of Stroman?
I think they will feel it out. If Stroman looks better, they could try to drag it to expanded rosters. If Stroman doesn't look better, I think it has hit the point of the season that I think they'd be okay doing that. I do think the Yankees' professionalism would kick in, that they'd want to release Stroman before August 31st so he would have a chance to sign with another team that could have a postseason run in them. I think Marcus Stroman is going to make his next start Wednesday, 8-6 against Texas. And then I think anything's on the table. I do think with where the Yankees operated this trade deadline, if it just goes sour, that best of luck.
And that's the one thing they didn't do at the deadline was get another starter, so I get at least 1 or 2 more times
Yeah, like I don't think they want to
preserving the
lose him.
depth.
Like
And I know the depth he provides is not fun this year for the most part, but
Yeah, you guys are probably right. I think if you want to make tough decisions, Schlittler has innings available, and he's been better, and he's part of the future, and Stroman isn't. And if the plan is if the plan is send Schlittler down and keep Stroman in the rotation, you better be prepared for Stroman to ball out and force your hand and keep him up here, which I do not want to happen.
you
I
call
want
Schlittler up on
to get as many reps as he can against major league batters and be part of the bullpen in the postseason.
Yeah, you call him up on the first, and you can still get him more than enough outings that we're going to have our opinion on Schlittler.
Probably going to use that spot on a catcher, right?
Well, you get one hitter, one
one of
pitcher.
each.
yeah.
And I guess here's my thing that I'm now talking myself more on the Stroman page. This is our starting pitching depth the rest of the season. Max Fried's the 1, Rodon's the 2, Heal's the 3,
Yep.
Warren's the 4, and then
Schlittler.
Schlittler, Stroman, who like Schlittler stuff looks awesome. It's not like his starts are
No, he's been great.
6 innings, 1 earned run. You know what I'm saying?
Like we've liked what we've looked at, but
Like, the
the
stuff
results
looks
technically
great.
aren't
I
good
mean,
yet.
He's got to have his better results than Stroman.
Yes, I mean,
Low bar, but yes.
I mean, Schlittler starts 5.13, 5 and 2,
But Weisiger did him in.
4.13. Yeah. The league hasn't seen him at all. Like, there's different sides to it. But either way, to get through the rest of this season, Schlittler, Stroman are 5-6, depending how you have them ranked. And then it's what, like rehab Yarby?
Mm-hmm. Yarby coming back.
Who hopefully he can get built up to a certain number. I don't know. You're just
Lions.
playing a dangerous game that I think bringing Stroman through the 31st does have value. Now, if he looks awful, he doesn't. He has negative value. But
Yeah.
we're pretty thin on starting pitchers.
Well, yeah. I mean, not every. You got 6. I think that's where you want to be.
Yarby back probably
back would
by
give you
the end
7.
of August.
Like, what's Stroman's final line today? He had the 1 bad inning. He comes out after the
5
break.
innings pitched, 4 earned runs.
5 and 4. It's all in that 1 inning. Yeah.
No walks.
3.2 and 4 before that.
I mean, he's got, before his last 2, his starts are in the same area code as Schlittler.
Oh, yeah. But what Schlittler can do if he fine-tunes it is way better.
Oh, yeah, and that's where, for this season, the bullpen.
Yeah, or I'd keep him in the rotation and then start moving him out. Move him to the bullpen.
It would be more exciting. Could
Yeah.
put you in a worse spot.
He's good.
Talented.
He's got arms. I mean, I don't think he's had like A+ game yet, but he's
Looks the part.
had good results.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Stroman before today, since he came back, was 5 starts, 24.2 innings, a 4.01 ERA. So, like, it was so awful early on the season, and the last 2 have been more shaky. But again, if it goes worse,
Yeah.
Dominguez
everybody-
catch. Does it matter?
It's nice.
Okay.
He's such a touchy subject for people, as touchy as Volpe was in year 1.
Right.
Yeah.
I've marked it down. That catch was
Very nice.
extra innings, bases loaded, pivot point of the season. Like, there's practice that goes into that, and they keep showing the clip of him practicing a similar clip before the game. That's a little bit Stones. That's a little bit, I don't care how you catch the ball, dude. I don't care if you got to jump. I don't care if you fall on the ground. You have to secure that ball any way you did, and he dug deep, and he did. And
That's his best route.
Yeah, he hit the warning track, and he took choppy
But back
steps.
to his right, to his left. He's cut that route short. He's undercut it almost every time in my head on a ball.
He had one good catch this series going that way.
He had one where the camera's tracking him and Belly caught it.
Yeah,
coming in, he doesn't catch anything.
Correct.
He's not even going to leave his feet or try.
Yeah, no, the difference, I think that's what some of the people defending Dominguez, which is, we very much like Jason Dominguez. He's, for having a rookie year, it's strong, but we're also trying to win games. His defense doesn't help you win games. Against righties, the stats are better. The expected results tell a different story, which I go through some of my own mental debates about that, but there's a lot of bloops, but part of me likes bloops.
There's also a couple errors that they ruled as singles, which cooks the books. He has 2 balls hit hard from the right side in his good stretch.
The balls coming in that if you might just be watching and be like, oh, that's a single to left, and if Cody Bellinger was out there, that's an easy out.
Well, did you see the play they tagged up from first on him?
Right.
First and second, routine fly ball to left field. No one mentioned it.
Wasn't really a cutoff man.
The only tweet about it I saw was somebody saying on the overhead.
Coney talked about it.
Was on the Volpe goes to the wrong spot. So he was looking for the cutoff man over there, and Volpe's playing the cut to third.
What game was that?
I think that was game 1. That still felt like when this team was totally different, Coney talked about it a little bit. He's like, and both runners advance on that, and that's a fly ball to left. It changes games. We're talking about things that change games. This was the big debate in our Yanks group chat about the shortstop situation that, what Volpe was doing defensively was changing the game so much that his offense couldn't impact it more. I have it marked for Dominguez as hopefully a seminal moment of that took more than reps. And he gets out there early and tracks fly balls. That's a do or die. And he did it. So I'm noting that. And then, dude, this is pure feel, and this is just blind Jakey baseball fan. I think the boos hit a different part of Volpe that I think we could see an attitude change. And I don't know if it leads to good things. I don't know if it leads to sustained success. We've seen him have good games out of the breaks before, like we talked about. Man, when you get booed, and this is such a dumb example, but it's actually true. Me and Jimmy's college house, we booed one of our roommates. He was an alcoholic.
Jesus.
He's changed his life. He's doing great.
It's not why we booed him.
It's not why we booed him. But he was, one time we did it and he was really sad. And then we were like, whoa, shoot, are we bad guys? So then we took turns booing each other because we were like, well, that's kind of the only way to pay this forward. It was awful. And it was just our buddies. And we knew it wasn't real. You just walked into a room and you got booed. Anthony Volpe, do the whole thing with his dad was the WFA and Yankee fan, and now he's the shortstop golden boy for the Yankees, and they're winning games. They went to the World Series last year. He played well in the postseason. This was the first time that everything shifted. Not get this split or get these stats or, well, he's still playing defense. The whole stadium. And it's kind of the bad part because there's a lot of dumb people that go to the stadium that are like, oh, I can't wait to boo this guy, or hopefully he gets out so we can boo. That shit sucks. There's a lot of Yankee fans that are boo. Come on, man. You got to do better than this. It felt like his core felt that. So let's see what that does to him.
Yeah, I don't think he has the ability to be worthwhile.
His defense last year, that shouldn't go away like this. It shouldn't.
Sure, but the offense...
That's fine. I don't need him to play
worthwhile.
offense still. We have the number 1 OPS. If our defense plays good shortstop with McMahon, with Jazz, with Goldie, with whoever, that should be a strength of this team. And it shouldn't be out of the, 24-year-old?
Yeah, he'd need to play really good defense.
He should be able to.
He played...
Unless
Unless
he's actually really hurt, and then IL him, and now you have a backup shortstop.
That's not going to happen. Caballero plays good defense.
Look at that.
Similar offense if you don't care, and you don't need to worry about all the yips and all the nonsense. It's like people are like, well, I get a lot of DMs like, you're talking about a kid. No, I'm not. It's third-year player. And he's not playing well.
Right.
And he's never been a plus player.
His defense was a plus.
Yes, but overall.
Yeah.
So we don't need to, like, ride it out. They can make changes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Him and Dominguez is a fucking mess on balls to the outfield. I'm just watching that now.
Yes.
How do you let that trail runner tag? We asked Boone about that. He was like, yeah, we got to clean it up. Like, you still aren't cleaning that up. That's where, like, they're still the Yankees.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's all the prospects. It's Wells, Volpe, Dominguez. That's my biggest fears. Like, that cut, those three involved, I'm like, all right, there's no way all three of those do that properly.
That's how you lose playoff games.
There's no way that happens properly. That's how they lost game one. Well, excited about the bullpen, and hopefully Caballero can see some action at shortstop. Like just a day here or there. We've seen him get run down every year.
It's going to be interesting.
Get him double off days.
Give him double off days. Give him some rest.
Miami and Texas. All right. Let's see some of the new toys.
Yeah.
That'll be so fun.
All right, hopefully my car isn't drowned in the flash flood. I'm driving back down. Back to the beach. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.